whether this is the end of Jordan that we know, the end of Zionism, Israel today, or not, will be something you can make a decision for it yourself. What is happening right now is something devastating, a new escalation. I'll play the video of Donald Trump in a second, but let me point out a few things here. Number one, as we know, Maher Diab Hussein, 39 years old, he attacked the Israeli LNB crossing and killed 3 Israeli soldiers, even though the Western media is saying that these are not soldiers, even though they are, but they are writing their headlines as civilians instead of soldiers. All 3 of its borders that Israel has with Jordan has been closed by Israel. 24 of Jordanian truck drivers were detained by Israel so far after this incident. Now, Israel urged Jordan to tighten its border crossing security, but they did nothing. Israel has for months been pursuing Jordan to establish a fully sealed border similar to the Kirim Shalom cargo crossing with Gaza. Again, because Israel was too busy conducting war on all fronts, they were not able to effectively communicate with the Jordanians, and the Jordanian ended up doing nothing to tighten those securities along the border. Now, Jordan started to feel the pain by January of 2024 when Israeli artillery strikes on a Jordanian field hospital in Gaza, and then again a drone strike by Iran-backed militias on a US base inside the Hashemite kingdom. That's when Jordan literally got involved in this war. But we have seen, instead of stopping or trying to stop this war, trying to stop the Zionist genocide, Jordan has done exactly the opposite, which is when Iran attacked Israel back in April, Jordan did not help them. In fact, Jordan shot down some of these drones, missiles coming from Iran. Now let's take a listen at what Donald Trump is saying right now.
Israel is doomed. That's a tough statement. Israel will be gone. 1 year, 2 years, Israel will no longer exist.
Okay, so 1 year, 2 year, Israel will no longer exist. This is exactly where it is heading to, looks like. Now, multiple reports suggest that Jordanian, they have lost trust in their government when it comes to receiving news. Therefore, social media has become their main source of information, which is at the same time causing a lot of psychological pain to the Jordanian people, seeing what the people of Gaza are going through. Throughout its history, Jordan's domestic and international politics have been deeply affected by the politics of refugees, from the Nakba to the Syrian civil war to Gaza. This makes it uniquely vulnerable to the recent campaign against UNRWA or UNRWA, which operates multiple refugee camps in the kingdom. Even though this UNRWA did nothing wrong, as we know, on January 26, Joe Biden administration stopped supporting or funding WA, which has 13,000 workers or employees, and Israel accused, out of these 13,000, how many people? Only 13 to talk about Israel in a negative way. Now, there are many reasons why the Jordanians are waking up, they're rising up to this genocide. Number one of them, perhaps, is the unemployment rate. Unemployment across the Hashemite kingdom had climbed to approximately 22%. So if you have 100 people from Jordan, 22 people will be unemployed, and that is a huge number. In other words, there are a lot of people in Jordan who are unemployed and looking for work, and they are spending time where? On social media, searching for jobs sometimes. But these people need to do something. So when they see these images coming on their social media feeds, what do you think they're going to do? They don't have work. So they obviously are going to think about the Gaza genocide and the people of Gaza. 63% of Jordanians between the ages of 18 to 29, now these are all young, super young people, were considering immigrating due to economic woes, means they were thinking to go somewhere else. Now, King Abdullah accused his brother. Why I'm mentioning this is because look at what Jordan is going through right now. He accused his brother, or half-brother I should say, Prince Hamza, in 2021 of launching a seditious plot, quote-unquote, seditious plot. Approximately 50 to 60% of the Hashemite kingdom's population, including Queen Rania, is of Palestinian origin. Means if you find 100 people from Jordan, 50 and 60 of them, more than half of them, will have Palestinian origin. And this is why I think this is why it is so unique to the Jordanian people to feel the way they're feeling about the people of Palestine, people of Gaza, because of their lineage coming, most of them coming from the place of Jordan. 66%, believe it or not, of Jordanians supported the October 7th, 2023 attack. 66%. Majority, in other words, of the Jordanian population, they support this act of Hamas on October 7th. Amnesty International noted that at least 1,000 people were arrested in Amman during pro-Palestinian demonstrations in October and November of 2023. 1,000 people were arrested. How many people are on the street? You keep counting. Now, on November 1st, 2023, Jordan withdrew its ambassador from Tel Aviv because they felt the pressure from the people of Jordan. So they cut ties with Tel Aviv and instructed the Israeli ambassador to Amman not to return until a Gaza war ended. Now, there are attempts to transfer the Palestinians, we know, to other places like West Bank or even to Jordan. And Jordan said that any attempt to transfer Palestinians in the West Bank to Jordan would be considered a declaration of war. Yet, some 6 months after this conflict or this genocide taking place, Jordan did not confront Israel whatsoever, unlike Iran, Lebanon, and Syria. Now, Jordanian activists, they are growing very, very impatient, and they said that they demanded actually Jordan to cut all ties with Israel once and for all. Now, activists in Amman held signs with pictures of Hamas military spokesman Abu Ubaidah, even as King Abdullah. He himself expelled Hamas officials from the kingdom when he assumed power. What it all indicating and where it is all going is a clear sign, guys, that the Jordanian people, they are growing impatient. And recent attack by this guy, Maher Abu Daib, shows the frustration has reached a boiling point, because this person, Maher, he was a young guy and he had it enough. And I'm pretty sure a lot of his followers after this event will take action instead of just shouting at their government. I mean, this is going to be quite obvious. The Jordan might see an uprising very, very soon. And this time when this happens, if there is a revolt, if there is a mutiny in the Jordanian military, or if the population is standing up the way they are, taking arms, and taking matters into their own hands, then what will happen to the government of Jordan is obviously predictable, which is that complete destruction. And with that, this destruction, the annihilation, all the end of the Zionism will start. Thank you guys for joining this session. If you have any comments, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video.